Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be my, recent favourite video. As you know, I really like to film these, so if you would like to see what I've been loving recently, then keep watching. So the first thing that I'm going to do is make sure that my hair doesn't do that thing that it did in my, what's it called video, my chatty update, because I've got really fine hair, and in that video, do you know what was really annoying? I just washed it as well, and then this just weird piece just decided to separate for the entire thing, and it's so fly away. But anyway, it looks good so far. I have to keep an eye on it because I know how annoying it is. Sometimes you just get distracted, don't you? But I hope you're all okay. I am very lucky to be doing okay at the moment, and just sort of plodding along, and I've got a few favourites that have been making me smile, making me happy, and I thought I would share them with you in case they would do the same for you as well. So I've got a few beauty items, a few like snacks, homeware, telly, that kind of thing. So we will just get started. I think I'm going to get started with food, you know. It's that time of year, isn't it, where you get to Easter and that kind of thing. And I know that last time I shared mini eggs and stuff, I forget how good they are. They are so, so nice. But another Easter favourite of mine is not actually hot cross buns, because I like this product more. I don't know if it's because it's easier or just the texture of it, but it's this Warburton's fruit loaf, or any fruit loaf really. I like the cinnamon and raisin one best, but I know they do like the one with orange, which is also really nice. I think there might be another type as well, but if you've never had it before, it's very, very similar basically to like a hot cross bun, but it comes pre-sliced, and I just find it, I don't like the faff of having to cut stuff open. Do you know what I mean? In the morning. I find it really easy to slot stuff in, and easier to like butter. And I just like the texture because it's like crispy and then soft, and it's just really, it's really good. And I've been having this for breakfast, and I just really like it. And I feel like it's a bit of an unsung hero because I don't think it gets talked about as much as hot cross bun. However, if you do enjoy a hot cross bun, the M&S ones, I love the Marmite one. That is really nice. The cheesy one that they do, you know, like if you want like more of a savoury breakfast, because I'm more of a savoury girl. But yeah, M&S are probably the best ones that I've ever had. Like, if you go there, they have so many flavours, but I've been loving that. It's so nice, and like the slices are like really little dinky and cute and fruity, and it's really nice in the morning, especially when the sun shines out, which it is today. I mean, can I include sunshine as a favourite? I know it's not in the food category because I can't eat it. I'd probably try if I could, but the difference to my mood, like, it's not even warm. I put my towels out on the line this morning, and it is a bit windy, so maybe they will dry, but you know, when you're like, what's the point? It's probably going to take all day, but the point is that it just makes my soul sing a little bit. And yeah, just the signs of spring really. Tulips, flowers, like I'm obsessed with flowers at the moment. One of my favourite things to do every week is that I'll go to Aldi, and their flowers are like so affordable, and I just buy myself a bunch of flowers and I put them in the kitchen. And I always get into that stage at this time of year, like autumn, winter time, less so, and I always get a poinsettia, so that kind of lives on the island for like the whole of, like, usually from November onwards, to be fair. But at this time of year, it always starts because, like, my birthday, I always get flowers, which I love. I know some people oh crikey, I know some people don't like getting flowers, and like, each to their own, but I love them. There's nothing more like satisfactory to me, like just walking into a room and there's fresh flowers. Like, it just makes me so happy. And all these signs of spring and life and the sunshine and like stuff growing again, and just a little bit of like hope in the air is is so comforting to me, especially with the way that the world is at the moment, given what we've been through in the past 2 years and all the trauma associated with that. And then obviously the situation in Ukraine too. And I'm not a politician or a journalist. I'm a trained one, but I'm not working in that field anymore. I know you're not coming to me for news. I know you're not coming to me for reports on world affairs or anything like that, and I try not to include that sort of thing in my content, because I know there's a lot going on as it is, and you probably don't want to be like force fed it every time. But also, you know, it's just the situation at the moment. I feel like I'm just very grateful for everything, and very hopeful that things start to get better soon. That was a slight detour from Fruit Loaf, but a sincere and necessary detour all the same. The next thing is a really, really obscure favourite. I don't know how accessible this will be, because I've only ever seen them in one place, which is Waitrose. I'm not like a big Waitrose shopper. I'm just lucky that I live near one, so I can go in there sometimes and pretend that I'm a Waitrose shopper. I just nip in for this, that and the other, and they do some really special things sometimes, which is nice. Plus, when they used to do the free coffees, that was just everything when I had like newborn Daisy and newborn Stan, but they don't do it anymore since COVID, which is a bit sad really. But I love like a bar snack. I think you know that by now, because we've had giant corn, we've had those cheesy crispy dried things that I still actually have those in the cupboard as well, because I'm obsessed with them. I just love nibbles, you know, like you can get these, are they called Rockitos now or something like that? I can't remember what they're called, but you get like manchego wrapped in, say, prosciutto or chorizo or something like that, and they're just really good. You know, like when you have friends around and you put some olives and some like mini bruschetta or that kind of thing. Love stuff like that. I feel like I love a nibble more than I love a lot of other foods, to be honest, because I'm very indecisive. I saw these and I've bought them about 4 times in the last few weeks. They're called Tapas Fries. They're called by the brand Made for Drink Premium Bar Snacks. Made for aperitivo. So these would be wicked with like an Aperol Spritz or a Negroni or something like that. But they are tapas in a bag, a delicious mix of thin cut patatas fritas, straw fries, slices of crisp authentic Spanish chorizo, and seasoned with paprika, olives and sun-ripened tomatoes. Simple, timeless and intensely delicious. And I can say that that is true. It also says that they'd be really good with G&T, vermouth or a cold beer, just before you have a evening with friends, apparently. So it's just telling me that I need to have some friends around and drink any of these. But they are great. They're so yummy. I don't really want to open them because I'm not going to eat them today. Like, I'm saving them for the weekend, but I guess I'll put one of those bag ties on. Oh my god, they smell so good. Can you see in there? So there's little bits of crispy dried chorizo and a little is it fricassee? I can never tell. There we go. Little straw fries. They are so unbelievably good, and I will save those normally for like a Saturday night. I just love that. I love that because on typically Thursdays we eat separately from the kids, but that's out of necessity more than anything else because of clubs and stuff, and it's the same on Fridays because it just doesn't work with Mark's work and their clubs. There's not enough time for us all to eat as a family without like a kid swimming on a full tummy or like Mark not finishing work on time. So Thursdays and Fridays are always that. And then the Saturdays, it just depends on our mood. Like sometimes we'll eat as a family, but then sometimes we'll just have like a slower like date night for me and Mark, and we'll have something separate because it's just like the only night of the weekend really where things are slow and relaxed and we don't have to rush in the school run in the morning and stuff. But they're just perfect for that with a glass of something. So I thought I would share them. And speaking of a glass of something, I've shared this, I think, a couple of times, possibly on here, possibly on Instagram stories as well. It is open from the weekend. I'm hoping it lasts until Friday. It has a screw top, and normally they do last quite well, wines these days. But I don't drink during the week because it's just like, I don't think it's good for me, and like I don't want to wake up feeling that way either. So I just save it. And I had a glass of this on Sunday with my roast dinner, but it's a Freeman's Bay Sauvignon Blanc. It's crisp and fresh, tropical fruits, and it says pair with lightly spiced dishes or salads, but I had it with roast. I pick this one up a lot, and it's quite noticeable from the pattern. It's really nice. It's 13% volume with that in Cheshire, and it is very dry. It's not a sweet one. I don't like sweet stuff really, so this is what I go for. Or I'll have like normally a Sauvignon Blanc or like a blush rosé, you know, the really dry ones, not any Zinfandel, that kind of thing, but like a really dry one. Really enjoy that. But this is so affordable from Aldi, and if you ever go in and you want a wine suggestion, I can really recommend picking this up if you're into the similar sort of wines that I am. I really like that one. So that is all the food items, and now we're going to go on to beauty. I actually have quite a few beauty bits, the beauty fragrance hair kind of bits this month. This has featured a lot on my Instagram stories. I've had people like asking me to do demos, which I've done, and just share how it works. And I got sort of influenced by this on TikTok. I watch TikTok a lot. It's probably the only place really where I'm able to just be like myself, and like I'm anonymous and I can just watch stuff and appreciate other people's content. And I like having a place like that for me, because I don't typically really watch like much YouTube anymore. I get a bit like, I get more nervous on here than I do other places, because it's less controlled in terms of like unkind comments and stuff and that kind of thing. But I do go on Instagram a lot, and I do go on TikTok especially. But this came up loads. People were reviewing them. They had like an ad going, so it showed up a lot. And the demos just really sold it to me. And it's one of those hair wrap things. Now this is by Eternal Muse, I think it is. Eternal Muse. And obviously you can buy these on Amazon, you can buy these elsewhere, so you can like do your research beforehand. But this is the one I went for. They had like really good reviews, and the results are really good. And I like the fact, because they had like a TikTok, they also have Instagram as well. I like the fact that I could see it in action more, rather than buying it from like Amazon and not knowing whether or not it actually worked very well. Because what's nice about this is it's really soft and squishy, but it's not flat. You can see like it's round all the way around, whereas some of them flatten out quite a bit. And I tried using the tie from a dressing gown before, but again that was too flat and it didn't give the curl that I wanted. And you basically I can't do it now obviously, but with like damp hair, like almost dry hair, you just section it, clip it on one side of your head, and then start wrapping a piece round, getting another piece, wrapping it round, getting another piece, wrapping it round, and try and keep it as tight as you can and push it back as you go. Then you secure it with scrunchies on either side, and I like to like loop one through the other at the back, so it's like a ring around my head. And I sleep in it, I wake up the next day, take it out, and I've got curly hair. They are super curly to begin with, but it does soften throughout the day, and I just really like it. I don't use it all the time. Sometimes it just depends on whether I've been organised enough to wash my hair that night and let it air dry for a bit before bed, because if it's too wet, you're just going to wake up with damp hair in the morning. But I can really recommend it if you want to give it a go. I just think it's really good. And then the next item, I typically wear Marc Jacobs Daisy as well, you know, and that is my go-to perfume, and it always will be. I wore it on my wedding day, I've worn it for years, and it's special to me because that's my daughter's name as well. But sometimes I just like to mix it up now and again, like get a cheap perfume. My Marc Jacobs Daisy was running low, and I didn't want to like waste it or buy another bottle just yet because it's really expensive. And I saw loads of recommendations for this, and it's Ariana Grande's Cloud. I'm not really normally like a celebrity endorsed perfume buyer, although I do have fond memories of Britney Spears Fantasy because it reminds me of one of my best mates at uni. She used to wear it all the time, but a lot of people said that this was a dupe for Baccarat Rouge, and I can't really comment on that because I don't wear like super expensive perfumes either, but it's so pretty. There's definitely a vanilla-y undertone, and it's sweet, but without being like cloying and, you know, sickly and super sweet. It's very, I think it's quite sexy, to be honest, but it's not, you know, the stronger scent sometimes can give you a bit of a headache and they really, really stick on your skin for ages. This is just really pretty. It's like definitely a vanilla base, and then just slightly musky. And it's lovely. It's lovely for this time of year, I think. You know, spring and summer where you want something that's like...
I'm not sure I understand.
That's so bizarre because it's literally picked up just slightly musky and it's lovely. And then he's just gone, I'm not sure I understand. And it's like, well, I wasn't talking to you, so that's fine. But yeah, I really like that. So I can recommend that if you are in the market for a new perfume because it's really, really good. Next thing that I want to include is Bundy Sands Aero Self-Tanning Foam. It's 1 Hour Express. I put this on with a mitt. I was using the Saint-Tropez one that everybody was using, the black. The one came like in a black and white bottle. And I wore that on my wedding day and I did really like it. But I'd run out and I just went back in my drawer to see if I had anything left that I could use up. And just it's the efficiency of this, like I can put it on and then I've got to tan really quickly and I can wash it off. And what I would normally do is I'll get up, shower, I will exfoliate, I'll shave and do my skincare and stuff in the shower, I'll wash my hair, then I'll put fake tan on when I'm dry, I will go about my day and then I will shower before bed because I don't like it on my sheets. And I normally do it on a Sunday where I just wear like leggings and a hoodie anyway and no makeup because that's just kind of my routine on a Sunday. But I really like it. It's got a lovely colour, it's not too orangey, you can build it up if you want to, and I can just recommend that if you're in, again, the market for a new tan. Right, on to beauty. I'm conscious that I need to hurry up because Mark asked me earlier if I wanted to go out for lunch today, which like was so cute, and it's nice to go out just us two so we can take our lunch break a bit early and go while it's not as busy. But makeup item, the first thing is the iconic Illuminator. This is the original one, and I have really been liking this at the moment. Normally I would use like a powder one, but I picked it up and tried it again the other day and it's what I've been wearing at the moment and I just really enjoy it. I think it's really pretty, so I will put it up like around here. Sometimes I'll put any leftover on my nose. I see a lot of people when they do the demos, they put dots on the skin and blend it in, but I personally think that is way too much, so I dot a bit on my hand and I use my finger to then dab it in, and I think that's a little bit more subtle and more like natural glow, if you know what I mean. Then the next thing, I've actually done a little demo of this on my Instagram, so if you want to see it in more detail, you can see it over there, but it's the MAC Stack Mascara. This is everywhere at the moment, and the whole principle is that you can just keep putting layer after layer after layer after layer on, and it will just keep layering up without clumping. You get really thick, beautiful, long lashes. It's brilliant, and I don't know if you can see, like they are very long and fluttery and luscious. It comes with a mini version which is designed for under the eye, which I think is just a con because this is £24. It isn't something I would pick up every day, but I really wanted to try it. But I just don't see the point of marketing two mascaras that then would cost you nearly 50 quid. I just feel like that's so stupid to me anyway. But I would definitely pick up like the Maxi, the main one. It's really, really good. Just a bit pricey, which is annoying. And then this is just my lip combo at the moment. I really want to talk to you about because I think it's really, really nice. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish Exaggerate Lip Liner, and it is in the shade Rose Addiction. Now, I normally buy the NYX lip liner in Ever. I go on about it all the time. I've bought it constantly over the last few years, but when we were in the Trafford Centre recently, went to go and pick it up because I've got a little tiny stub left and they didn't have any in stock whatsoever, and I thought, right, well, I'm just going to get something else while I'm here, and I was trying to find a similar shade and I found this and I really like it actually. What's very nice about it is it's a roll-up lip liner, so you can use it without needing a sharpener, which I think is great personally. So I've got that, and I line my lips. I don't overline or anything like that. I just line them because I just feel like it gives a neater look. And then I go in with, you guessed it, NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Stockholm. I wear this all the time and it is just one of my favorites. And then I actually got this for my birthday off my friend Annie, and it is a NARS lip gloss in the shade Super Orgasm, and it's so pretty. And this combo is just all I'm wearing at the moment, with like a rosy gold lid, pink blush. Just makes me feel really happy and spring-like and ready for spring and summer, which I need. I need that at the moment. Now, in terms of beauty, I have this, which I was influenced by Emma Conway. You might know her more as Brummy Mummy, but Emma's lovely. She shared this on her stories, and it's by the Flat Lay Company in London, and you can get them from Amazon. And it's basically a makeup bag that bunches up like this, and then when you loosen it out, it lays out flat in a circle so you can actually see everything in your makeup bag. And it's genius. And I bought one, A, because I thought it'd be really handy, but B, I think it'd be great travel as well. You can fit loads in, because obviously I have a lot of like favourite bits that I interchange with, but these are fantastic.
I don't know what you mean by, I have a lot of like favourite bit.
I don't know why it keeps doing this. I'm not even touching it. What? Anyway, yeah, I can really recommend it. They're so good. And this one was actually in the sale in ASOS, so it's worth having a look on there and seeing if you can find one for cheaper, but it's really clever. The last random favourite before I go into two things that I'm really enjoying watching at the moment is this mug. It's from, is it Urban Out? No, Anthropology, this one. It just says love more. It's yellow, it's funky. It's just so, I have a thing with mugs, as I'm sure you know this by now. And I just like to collect them, and they make me happy. I drink a lot of coffee, and it's it just makes me happy, so I thought I would share that. Because normally when I drink or use one, everyone will be like, where's that from? Where's it from? So that one is an Anthropology one, which is really cool if you're looking for like gifts as well, like if you want a funky mug for a friend or a family member, because they're just lovely. And then another thing that I really want to mention is just pink. I am wearing so much pink at the moment. This is from Primark. It's just a big bag of t-shirt, and I've got it on with my flares again. I've got like a knitted pink jumper that's really old from ASOS that I'm wearing loads. I have another pink, bright pink jumper that says like positive vibes on, I think it is, and that's from Primark as well. But I'm gravitating towards pink. I absolutely love pink at the moment. And normally I'm like a into lilac kind of gal at this time of year, but pink is just doing it for me. And I feel like it kind of suits me as well. I feel like it's one of my colours. So that was a random inclusion, but love pink. Love me a bit of pink at the moment, and I'm seeing it a lot, pink and lilac, in a lot of like stores. I feel like those are the colours that we are meant to be drawn to anyway at the moment. And then the final two things, we're finally catching up with the latest season of Handmaid's Tale. It's brutal to watch, to be honest, and we have only finally just caught up with it because I can be a little bit delicate around watching it. Sometimes it can make me feel quite anxious, and I just have to be in the right frame of mind. But we've been watching it, and it is absolutely incredible. And if you've not watched it before, I will say this about Handmaid, I would say this about the next thing that I'm going to mention, and I have mentioned that before, and also things like what's it called? Game of Thrones. I'm so jealous if you've not watched it yet, because it is so good. It's one of the best things I've seen in ages, and just the way it's acted, the quality of it, the way it's shot, it's brutal, it's very harrowing, it's a hard watch, but it's amazing, and I'm just obsessed with it at the moment. And another thing, and I mention this every time it comes back on, but This Is Us, we have been loving that. It's getting released like and drip fed to us because we're watching it like real time, but it's available now on Amazon and Disney Plus, so depending on what subscription you have, it's more accessible. But again, if you've not started that, what the hell are you doing? Go and watch it, because it's one of the best things that I have ever watched in my life. I absolutely love it. And then finally, just want to mention an app. and it's the BBC Sounds app on my phone. Obviously, my phone now syncs with my hearing aids, which is a godsend for somebody like me because it's so useful. But when I'm on dog walks, I've been listening to loads of podcasts, and there's one called Fairy Meadow that I finished recently, which is like a murder investigations type one. So obviously, if that is distressing for you, I wouldn't recommend that. But they just have loads of podcasts, and they're like recommended, and then I can listen to like Elaine Page's musical thing, and I can catch up with things that I really like to listen to, because I listen to a lot of BBC Radio 2 at the weekend. But it's just so good. If you've not got it on your phone already, I really recommend it, because I feel like sometimes I love music, but sometimes it's just nice to be surprised by stuff if there's like a radio show that you can catch up with, because you don't know what's going to come on, and it's quite nice when an oldie but a goodie comes on the radio, or like just the podcast as well in general. It's comforting and it's nice to have on while you're walking around, and I just really can recommend it. It's one of my favourite things at the moment, and I use it really often. But yeah, that is everything. I'm running a tiny little bit late, so I need to go and get some lunch, but I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, whatever you're up to, and I'll hopefully see you all very, very soon.